Stock Madness is on to the Sweet 16. Round 2 was an absolute bloodbath, with only 1 out of 32 total stocks coming out positive this week, meaning 31 of the 32 stocks were in the red. That means it was essentially a battle of who could do less poorly. That one stock in the green this week was General Electric, knocking off Pfizer and moving on as a 16 seed. Reminder, we started with 64 total stocks facing off head-to-head in weekly matchups with the better performing stock percentage-wise each week, moving on to the next round. We've completed 2 rounds so far, so 16 stocks remain. 48 stocks have been eliminated. We've had some big upsets, we've had blowouts, we've had rivalry matchups, we've had some close dramatic finishes. It's been exciting, and I can't wait to see who ends up being our champion. My name is Mark Palmer. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at MarketPalmer. As a reminder, none of this is financial advice. This is all short-term speculation. Not a good thing to make financial decisions off of. It's just for fun. Here's who's still dancing from each of our 4 regions. We've got a big Sweet 16 matchup with 2 absolute giants, Apple and Meta platforms, facing off in this coming round. Meta defeated Nvidia in a pretty close game. Each of them were in the -3% area, while Apple knocked off Texas Instruments. Google is going to face Activision. Activision's a 15 seed, so they've been sneaking their way through this bracket a little bit. Google knocked off Salesforce, who had a very hot first round and a very poor second round. So our technology region is down to Apple, Meta, Alphabet Inc., aka Google, and Activision. Down in our financials region, the Cinderella story of Coinbase was short-lived. They had an awful week, posting a -17.16% return. They lost to American Express, who did not do well themselves, but nowhere near as poorly as Coinbase did. American Express moves on. Progressive knocked out PayPal in a close matchup there, both within a 0.25% return of each other, but Progressive doing just slightly less worse than PayPal. They move on. JP Morgan knocked off Citigroup in a close matchup as well, and Visa knocked off BlackRock, while BlackRock had a very struggling week. So our financials region is American Express, Progressive, JP Morgan, and Visa. Over in our consumer retail region, Amazon went down, losing to Coca-Cola. Amazon had a rough week, while Coca-Cola was just barely in the red this week. They're moving on to the Sweet 16. Starbucks got defeated by Home Depot in a close matchup, both of them in the sub 4% area. Tesla had an awful week, -12.31%. They lost to another stock that had a very poor week, Disney, but Disney wasn't as poor as Tesla this week, so Disney moves on. They will face Nike, who defeated TJX companies. And finally, in our miscellaneous region, our Cinderella story of General Electric continues on. They defeated Pfizer. Remember, General Electric was the only stock to post a positive return this week, and they actually were pretty significantly into the green with 5.35%. Pfizer, on the other hand, was -4.28%. They are out. GE is going to face Eli Lilly in the Sweet 16 as Eli Lilly defeated UPS. And at the bottom of the bracket here, we've got Deere & Co. losing to Comcast. Comcast moves on, and AbbVie defeated Medtronic. So Medtronic is out. AbbVie moves on. They'll face Comcast. And in this miscellaneous region, we're down to General Electric, Eli Lilly, Comcast, and AbbVie. The Silicon Valley Bank scandal could lead to another rocky week, so be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow along to see who trudges on to the Elite Eight and who eventually is crowned our champion.